Okay.
Beef, pork, venison, all right here, folks.
Okay, here we go. We are live right now. Hello, everyone. Let me start a posse here. Playing some Red Dead today, and I'm gonna be discussing this GTA 627 thing. I'm also gonna have a video talk and giving my final thoughts on it tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll have, video talk of the 27 Fury. But yeah, it's the second trailer is gonna drop today. Come on, dude. It's already, it's about to be it's about to be the next day soon. Okay, let me start the posse here. Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Now, I'm not here to insult anybody. I'm not here to make fun of anybody. The only thing I'm just generally curious about is, you know what I'm just so, you know what I just find so ridiculous? Is the most ridiculous thing that I find, it's not like the comments that were like telling me that I was being negative, because I uploaded a video a couple days ago and I said that nothing is going to happen on the 27th, and there was people that were telling me that I was being negative, that I was trying to ruin their fun, but I don't even find those comments to be the most ridiculous. The most ridiculous comments that I find are the comments of people saying that they're so disappointed, and that they're so disappointed and they're saddened and they're angry at Rockstar and that Rockstar just messed with them. And I'm just reading those comments, and I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, what are you disappointed in it exactly? Like, what were you expecting? What did you think was going to happen? Because you only set yourself up for disappointment. Pretty much. That's what happened. It's like Rockstar did not promise anything. Rockstar did not say that there was going to be a trailer today. It was just people with the crazy, theories and just analyzing this stuff way too much and going way too much into this, that they basically came to this conclusion that there was going to be a trailer 2 today, but nothing actually happened. So I don't know why people were saying, oh, Rockstar disappointed us, when Rockstar never said that there was going to be a trailer today. They never said so. And remember what Ned Luke said. One of my viewers, he said in the comments on my video a couple days ago, he said the best advice is what Ned Luke gave. When Ned Luke specifically said that unless you hear it from Rockstar, it's nonsense. That's pretty much it. So that was like the best advice they gave. And people can argue that this came from like a Rockstar, mission director, okay? But he didn't even say that there was going to be a trailer on December 27th. It was just people looking at some note that was underneath his table and just going way too much into it. I'm not attacking any content creator. I don't have any issues with any content creator. It's not about that. No. I'm not here to start drama or anything like that. It's, I just find it just so ridiculous that, like, I just find it so ridiculous people are, like, leaving comments saying that they're so disappointed in Rockstar, when Rockstar never even claimed that there was going to be a trailer today. And remember what I said, is that people are going to say January 27th after December 27th, nothing happens, and it's probably going to happen. People are going to start saying December 27th, January 27th now. So people are going to start saying now. Hey Patrick, belated Merry Christmas, man. Hope you're doing well. Really enjoying your Yakuza 0 playthrough. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Eric. Thanks, man. Okay, I'll invite you in a moment, General. So no, I'm not here insulting anybody. I'm not here insulting any content creator. I don't want people putting words in my mouth. It's just, I just cannot believe that people were just, so confident that there was going to be a trailer 2 coming out today. Like, people were just so obsessed with it. And look, if it happens, if a trailer 2 still comes out before midnight, okay, I'll say I was wrong. But, it's my time. It's going to be midnight in 3 hours and 30 minutes. And, in a couple hours, it's pretty much going to be the 28th everywhere else in the world. I guess hearing the alleged Chinese 6th generation fighter was more interesting than trying to figure out 1227. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Alvanor, for the super chat. Yeah, I just think it's, people were going way too much into this. They were way too much into this. Now, and when I read those comments of just people saying it's horrible what Rockstar did, like Rockstar insulted the fans, well, they never said that there was going to be a trailer today. This is the reason that I don't cover GTA 6 leaks, guys. It's for this reason specifically, because stuff like this happens. And all the GTA 6 leaks have been, all of the GTA 6 leaks have been false. The only GTA 6 leak that has ever been true is the one about the leaked gameplay, but that's because we had leaked gameplay. I cannot think of any other GTA 6 leak that was actually true. Amazes me how people still believe rumors. Rockstar hasn't done anything in years. Yeah. And look, I'm gonna say this to anybody that's watching the stream. If you believed that today there was gonna be a GTA 6 trailer, I'm not insulting you or anything. The only thing I'm just saying is just take this with a grain of salt in the future. Is just, unless it comes directly from Rockstar, don't believe it, don't get your hopes up, and you're not gonna be disappointed. That's it. Most of you guys, most of my audience, you guys agreed with me though. Because I guess it's also because my channel, I'm really against covering the leaks. I refuse to cover leaks, so I guess most of you guys are, you know, come to my channel for that. But it's when I put out polls, like, it was like 80 to 90% of people agreed with me that there was nothing was going to happen on the 27th. But I still, you know, I'm still generally, like, surprised there was people that thought that something was going to happen today. I 90% knew there would be nothing today. Yeah, and I had that small percentage in the back of my mind also, Deimos, that maybe there is going to be a GTA 6 trailer. Maybe Rockstar will just post it for the fun of it. But I was pretty confident nothing was going to happen. And the thing is, though, I went to bed really late at night yesterday. I went to bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning last night, just making a Yakuza video. So I went to bed pretty late last night. And I woke up at like 2 p.m., and the first thing I did today was I looked at my phone, and basically, I looked at Rockstar's channel. There was no GTA 6 trailer, too. And then I just scrolled through the comments on, like, my video. That's basically what. And there was one guy, it was really funny. There was one guy who, like, left a comment. And the one guy who left a comment on my video, he said, "You think you know everything, don't you?" Like, he left a comment like that, and then one guy replied underneath him saying he was right. And then it had, like, 7 likes. Oh man, it's gonna get frustrating tying up all these guys here. I think they're not releasing a trailer 2 because of all the leaks fans had seen. Rockstar maybe. Why second trailer if y'all seen already. Okay, just give me 1 second. I will reply to your comment in a moment here. You know what? I'm just gonna kill some of these targets. I maybe made a mistake going after so many targets at once. Okay, let me read the comments now. Okay. I think they're not releasing a trailer 2 because of all the leaks fans had seen. Rockstar. Oh, who? Okay. I guess he should have stayed knocked out. Okay. Okay, stay knocked out. I think they're not releasing a trailer 2 because of all the leaks fans had seen. Rockstar maybe why a second trailer if y'all seen the game already. And remember, the last time Rockstar announced when there was going to be a trailer, that you have to remember, too, that the trailer was leaked. So yeah, so you are right on that, Sweet Pumpkin. I don't think that anything is going to, I don't think anything was going to come out of it. Okay, well, 6 dead targets is better than having no target, right? Bounty wagon, gotta wait a minute. Not defending the fans' insanity by any means, but can you completely blame them? I can understand why some people get crazy since we haven't gotten another GTA since 2013. Just having a neutral view. Thank you, Jirei, Bochung, if I'm reading your name correctly. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not here to gloat. I'm not here to, like, you know, insult people. You know, I'm not doing that. The only thing I'm just, what my goal on this channel, what my goal on this channel has been, is, my goal on this channel has been to have people stop listening to a lot of these clickbait leaks. Stop believing this stuff. Until there's direct evidence from Rockstar, don't believe it. And I've done that for years in this channel, is I've said that unless it comes directly from Rockstar, is don't believe this stuff. And I've told people that a lot of times. And when I posted that video the other day, the video with, like, I said that nothing was going to happen on the 27th, that video had, like, a bunch of dislikes. And usually most of my videos have, like, a 99%, like, 99 to 98% like ratio. That one, it was more like 95 to 94%, so there's a bunch of people that just disliked the video, and they were, like, leaving comments telling me that, oh, it's, all the evidence is right here, it's gonna happen, it's gonna be on the 27th, and you're wrong, you're being negative, you're trying to ruin our fun. And I was like, don't believe this stuff unless it comes directly from Rockstar. But there was people that were being negative to me over that, and look at what ended up happening. And now what I just find ridiculous though, G-Ray, and I'm not trying to insult people when I say this, so nobody put words in my mouth, but all I'm basically saying right here is, when I see those comments of people just saying, there's those ridiculous comments I see, and in those comments, people are saying, I am so disappointed in Rockstar right now. Like, how could Rockstar do this? How could Rockstar not post a trailer? Rockstar never said that there was going to be a trailer today. I don't know why people were just expecting that. They saw some, like, note that some, like, developer had underneath his table. They put in the phone number. It was, like, to a car dealership in Florida. And then they, like, saw it had 27 on it. And they're like, oh, this is proof that, that GTA 6 is gonna, that GTA 6 is gonna be on the, on that day, on the 27th. You know, that's, that's what I'll say about it. So look, I'm not trying to insult anybody, I'm not making fun of anybody, but I'm just saying is, I just don't understand personally why so many people were just expecting a trailer today. And people were going so crazy into it. They were saying, oh, Rockstar has, like, you know, 27 posts on their Instagram or whatever else is it. And to me, there was only two options ever. There was only two options. And the only two options were, it was either option A, it was all just a big coincidence, or option B, it was that Rockstar was trolling with us. It was either all a giant coincidence or Rockstar was trolling. That's pretty much what it was. Rockstar are known for trolling. Remember the body cam? I know the body cam, that there's, like, if you add up the numbers in the body cam, it adds up to 27. People were saying that too. I know that. That was another ridiculous one. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the chat in just one moment here. I just gotta get all these targets here to the, Oh crap, okay. Almost had a bad accident there. You have no posse? I'll start one up in a moment here. Oh, what's this about now? Oh, great. Hope I can make it before the time runs out. I will look at the chat in just one moment, guys. I just really hope I can make it before time runs out. I find it so stupid that there's a timer on bounty missions. There shouldn't even be a timer. Oh, there it is, there it is. Okay, come on, come on. Come on, make it, make it, make it. There we go.
Seems to me we best leave
okay.
it to God. Anyway, in they go. This is yours.
But do you get me though, Jiray? On hang on one second. Let me okay, let me look at all the chats I missed. I'm sorry, everyone here. The SVT-40, probably my favorite World War II firearm. I don't care about trailers. I'm a PC player, and I just want these, there to be no hacks when GTA 6 Online is released on PC. Yeah, I agree with you, Random Fist, but it's probably not gonna happen. They're gonna hack Rockstar's servers. Rockstar is very cheap when it comes to their servers. You would think that a multi-billion-dollar company that they would have better servers, but they don't. Hey, Patrick, hope you had a great Christmas, buddy. Thank you, Christine. I hope you did as well. If I'm correct, GTA 6 is the first in the series to have all the studios working on it. The game was also delayed because of COVID and delayed out of fiscal 2025. That being said, I don't think it will be delayed again. Yeah, thank you, Philta, if I'm reading your name correctly. Thank you for the super chat. Largest super chat today on the stream. Thank you, dude. I don't think it's gonna be that it's gonna be delayed again. I think that it's pretty much coming out this I'm pretty sure it's coming out next year. It pretty much already is next year. Hey Pro, how you're doing? I hope you had a great Christmas. I did, Mr. Nowhere, thank you. I'm not shocked about today because I knew it's full of bullcrap. I want more info on GTA 6 too, like a lot of people, but we need to be patient. Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna pin your comment there, Area Akiva, because I agree with your comment the most there. How do I... Is there a way for me to pin comments on streams? Can I do that? I'll heart it here too. Thank you, Area Akiva. I can pin regular comments on here. Thank you, dude. If you can post that comment one more time, I think it's because it's a super chat. I can't pin it. If you can post that comment one more time, Akiva, I'll pin it. As a hardcore GTA fan, it's getting embarrassing that this community in this endless cycle of being absolutely gullible. We forgot Clickbait exists. Yeah. And look, I don't think everybody that was talking about the GTA 6 27 theory. I think there was people that were having fun with it. So I don't think there's people necessarily always clickbaiting, but I think that it did go a bit too far. There was this, it was people, it went from like fun, people just joking around, to people actually being serious and believing that we were generally going to get a trailer today when we didn't. When's the Call of Duty Zombies video coming out? Tomorrow. But don't harass any content creator who like made videos on the GTA 6 27 theory. Don't do that. And don't harass anybody who believed it either. But I was just saying is that my goal is just to help people think differently and like, you know, don't believe a lot of this stuff. Vito Scaletta, thank you for the super chat. And Akiva, did you post that comment again? If you can post it again, I can pin it for you. Thank you, Pixelated Dreams, also for the super chat. Oh, you posted it again. Okay, there you go. Pin message. Okay, I pinned it. I think it should appear now at the top. But look, here's what I will tell you guys, and I'm not signaling out anybody when I say this, But what people need to understand is that YouTube is a business also. For YouTubers. For YouTubers, it's a business. My channel is a business for me too. I make money from my channel. And you also have to remember at the same time too, is that people that are constantly uploading like GTA 6 leak videos, they know that it's easy views. They know it's easy views, it doesn't really require that much work, you don't need to put work into it really. So it's something that you can easily make in like less than a day. You don't really need to put that much work into it, and it's easy views and easy money. So people also have to keep that in mind. So people have been milking GTA 6 leaks for years, literally. It's like I think it's literally been like 8 or 7 years of GTA 6 leaks, like just going around. So people are gonna constantly milk that for this easy content. And I will tell you, you can go through my channel and you will barely find any GTA 6 leaks. The only time I ever cover a GTA 6 leak is if it's something so ridiculous and so dumb, and I covered that GTA 627 leak, and the only reason I covered it was I covered it to basically explain that it's not real, that nothing was gonna happen. So, like, I don't upload, like, 3 GTA 6 videos a day. I don't even upload 1 GTA 6 video a month, usually. So it's like, I barely do any kind of content on GTA 6. Now, I could do it, and I could, like, just milk that stuff, and I could keep milking it for views, and I could keep doing that, but I don't. And the reason I don't is because I think it's immoral, I think it's wrong, I think that it's lazy. I don't think that you need, it doesn't really require any effort, and I think it's dishonest too, and I think you're misleading people. And I will tell you something, India... what India did recently is Indian YouTube actually changed their policies. And those policies are eventually going to come to America. And what Indian YouTube did is Indian YouTube is going to start removing clickbait videos. So like India did their version of YouTube, they did a really good thing. They're going to start removing clickbait. And if that policy comes into effect here in America, you're going to start seeing all these GTA 6 videos are going to start getting taken down. And I hope they do. Because this is just ridiculous. It's like people have been constantly being misled by this stuff. It's like, and the thing about this is, I remember there was like there was that stupid like that stupid like theory that was like 1 or 2 years ago where people were saying like November 20 whatever it was. Like you remember that, like it was like a year or two ago. It was like all the YouTubers were like saying it was like November 20 something. I don't remember the exact date. It was like November or December. I don't remember. It was like at the end of the year. But they were saying, "Oh, GTA 6." And like nothing actually happened on that day. Nothing actually happened, and there was like people that were coming to my channel and they were telling me, oh, this YouTuber that has like 3 million subscribers is like said so, like professional, you're just jealous and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm not. It's like, trust me, I'm not jealous. It's like I don't engage in stuff like that. And I will tell you something. Most of the people that believe this GTA 6 clickbait, it's kids. It's mostly kids. Most of the people that believe this stuff. And I'm not insulting kids when I say this, but kids are more easily fooled by this stuff. That's what I'll say. If you look at the clickbaiters on YouTube, like the guys who have like millions of subscribers, the guys who are uploading like daily GTA 6 videos, their most hardcore fans are almost always young kids. Almost always. Because they're easily falling for this stuff. It's the kids who grew up with GTA 5 and they think it's the first GTA. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Love your videos. Thank you, dude. Means a lot to me. Can I take your order, please? Cluck and Bell employee. Thank you, Zuhair. There was a super chat from No. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see. Did I miss it? What's up, Pro? Hope you had a nice holiday. I did. Thank you, No. I'm sorry I didn't see your super chat earlier. But I'm gonna have a video tomorrow, and the video that I'm gonna have tomorrow, I'm gonna be talking about this ridiculous GTA 627 theory, but it's gonna be the last time I ever talk about it, and I only really made 1 video about it. But I will make 1 video basically just breaking down everything and just talking about how ridiculous it was, because I know I'm gonna have some people that are gonna be in the comments section and they're gonna be telling me it's not midnight yet, it can still be posted. Hey, Mr. Professional, how are you today? I'm good, Crazy Kevin. How are you? What's more stupid, the GTA 6 27 theory or the moon theory? The moon theory. To be honest, the GTA the 27 theory was pretty stupid too, but at least it had some more evidence behind it. It had more coincidences. Where the moon theory was just stupid. It was like the angle of the moon in like the screenshot for GTA. It was that was just stupid. It was the moon theory was there was a screenshot for the GTA Online DLC, and the moon was like angled at like a certain way, and they were saying the way the moon was angled, it like shows a specific phase of the moon, and they were like trying to predict a release date for it based on that. It was so stupid. It was dumb. When's the next playthrough after Yakuza? We'll be starting Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations, another Japanese game. But also, we will be playing Mercenaries Playground Destruction in January, Max Payne 3, and Sniper Elite Resistance. And Sniper Elite Resistance, I should be getting a review copy. So I should be getting a copy like 1 or 2 weeks before the game comes out, so I should be able to have some early videos for you guys of the game. Hi, oh hi Dmitry Raskolov, nice name you got there. Patrick, you missed my super chat. Did I? Hang on. I think I saw your super chat. Thank you, Mr. Jesus. Oh, Merry Christmas. What artist? Oh, you made a second super chat. I'm sorry. Merry Christmas. What artist are you listening to? I don't really listen to much music. I was actually looking up music yesterday. And some of the music that I was actually looking up yesterday is I was actually looking up the Crime Boss Rockay City soundtrack. Because some of the songs in there are actually pretty good, so I've been playing that game a lot. And I'm actually going to have a video on it this weekend on Crime Boss. There's a new DLC for the game. Hungover? LOL, any tips? I'm the wrong person to ask for that, Crazy Kevin. I don't drink. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, GB. Hey, GB, since you're here, you're another YouTuber. What do you think about this whole GTA, like, 27 theory? Do you think that people were just milking it for views? I made a video a couple days ago, like, talking about it, that nothing was gonna happen today. But you guys, for people that don't believe me, you can go on my channel, look up, like, my video, like, 4 or 5 days ago. I uploaded a video saying nothing was gonna happen today. And there was people that were going in the comment section on that video, and they were just accusing me of being negative. There was one guy like, "You're trying to ruin our fun. You're being negative." One guy's like, "You think you know everything, don't you?" I never even claimed to know everything. And in that video, I even said in the video that if I'm wrong, I'll admit to it. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Is there gonna be a Yakuza video? No, tomorrow. I uploaded a Yakuza video earlier today. Tomorrow will be the next part. Some were milking it, but other creators were simply covering it. Yeah, I know. I know, not everybody that was covering it was milking it. Apparently that cult in Yakuza 0 is based off, Shinrikyo. They were behind the Tokyo subway sarin attack in 1994. Their leader was hanged in 2018. Oh, that's them? I didn't know that, General's alert. Well, look, Suscat, there's nothing, look, here's what I will tell you. For anybody that feels bad about believing the GTA 6 leak, like the GTA 6 27 theory, whatever it was, you know, don't feel bad. It happens. You know, we get misled. Stuff like that happens, so don't feel bad. Just, the only thing I'll say is that in the future, just know that unless it comes from Rockstar, it's not reliable. That's it. So unless it comes directly from Rockstar, Rockstar is not going to put some coded messages on, like, a piece of paper and, like, have you look up stuff on Google Earth. It's not going to happen. So if it's, unless it's directly from Rockstar posted on the newswire, don't believe it. So don't feel bad. You know, I've been misled in the past before, too. It's happened to me, too. Not specifically on GTA 6, but I've been misled on other things, too. So it happens to us. You know, we were misled. We believe certain things. It just happens. It's nothing to be upset about. Don't feel stupid. It just happens. It's you know, it's part of, you know, I guess, you know, learning. You know, you get older, you learn not to believe a lot of this stuff, and it just happens. So don't feel bad. Pro, I finished Mafia 2 a few weeks ago, and can you explain Henry being a rat? I thought that was kind of random and poorly explained. Well, yeah, he wasn't a cop, he was a government informant. His entire story about his family being from Sicily was just fake. It was just all, you know, nonsense. I'm actually gonna have a video on Henry when I replay Mafia 2. So, I will be replaying the Mafia series this year, Mafia 1, 2, and I'll be playing Mafia 3, which I haven't done a playthrough of yet. And so I'll play those games, and when I play those games, I will, I'll cover that specifically. I'll talk about the Henry Rat situation. You even said it on Sunday's stream, and you was right. Thank you, Christine.
What in God's name is the matter with you?
Pro, can you please help me with Fly the Co-op GTA 4? Wait, what are you talking about, Brandon? Fly the Co-op? What do you mean, Brandon? Can you don't have to super chat me again. Can you explain a little bit more? Why did Lance betray Tommy? Because he was a narcissist, and he hated how Tommy constantly questioned him.
How do you do, sir?
Can you post it again, Zomp? Do you know much about the August 6th, 1915 attack of the dead men in Poland of Russia versus Germany? Yes, it was a Russian fort that was in Poland, and the Germans had shelled the fort, and then what they did was they actually shelled it with gas, and the Russian soldiers that were inside did not have gas masks, and so what they did was they took towels with urine, and then they put them around their mouths, and as disgusting as that is, that was actually a way for them to resist the gas, and they put that on their on themselves so that they could get through the gas, and they got through it, and inhaling that gas messed them up a bit too, but they were still fighting, and that's why they were kind of like referred to as like dead men. That was basically the attack of the dead men. That's what it was. Thank you, Austin. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Austin. I hope you had a great Christmas as well. Thank you, dude. You ever thought about becoming a history teacher part-time? Nah, it's just, I don't know if it would be for me personally. Remember when the Cayo Perico coordinates led to a road in Virginia that resembles the Roman numeral of 6? What? Thank you, DHC. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. What is your opinion on GTA 6 woke speculation? No, it's not gonna be woke. GTA 6 isn't. No. Look, here's what I'll say about this. GTA 6 is not going to be as dark as, like, GTA 4. GTA 4 is always gonna be the darkest GTA game in the series. But it's not, it's certainly not gonna be woke. It's not gonna be like Saints Row level. Definitely not. It's not gonna happen. How do you feel about the current Prime Minister of Poland? Personally, I don't like the guy. You mean Donald Tusk? Well, yeah, about him, I'm not a fan also, but I'm not really gonna speak politics, though. I'm gonna stay away from that. Hey, Pro, how do you, Dumb question, but what are the points of silencers for guns if they don't completely silence like in movies or games? Well, the thing is, they're not. Thank you. They're not called silencers. The full thing. They're called suppressors because there is no such thing as really a silencer. Suppressors just suppress the sound, so they make the sound less noisy. But they're not going to there's very few firearms in the world that are completely quiet, like that you cannot hear them. Like, I know one of the quietest firearms ever developed is the well rod, like the British bolt action, special forces suppressed pistol, suppressor built into the barrel. That pistol is extremely silent. And then there's also the Delisle carbine, another British special forces rifle that has suppressor built into the barrel. That gun, it fires 45 ACP, I think, that sniper rifle. So it's a very quiet gun too, but there's very few guns that are extremely quiet. And about the suppressors is, if somebody fires a suppressor, it depends on the firearm. It depends on the gun. It also depends on the environment that they're in. So if they're in a building, and if somebody is like in a building and they fire like a suppressed M4, right? Everybody's gonna hear that in the surrounding area. Everyone's gonna hear it. But if somebody is like at night, like special forces, and they're firing like a suppressed M4 and they're firing at like 200 to 300 meters, other soldiers might hear like a click, a tick, like in the background, like at night, but they might not know exactly what that is. They might not interpret it as gunshots until they start seeing people fall. So that's what I'll say. Suppressors work mostly for distance, for like long range, that they're less likely to be heard. And also suppressors, I guess they would help the soldiers, because the soldiers are not going to have hearing problems, because a lot of soldiers have hearing problems when they fire guns that are not suppressed. Mafia 3 has a lot of Vietnam War lore in it. You will like it. Thank you, the unprofessional. Thank you for the super chat. What do you know about Belgium, Pro? I'm from Belgium. Well, I know about Belgium's modern history, more of it. I know that Belgium had a colonial empire that was in the Congo. They had King Leopold that was extremely brutal. He killed over 1 million Congo people. It was like the Belgians were extremely cruel in their colonies in the Congo. And what happened was, during World War I, Belgium actually declared itself a neutral country during World War I. But what happened was they signed an alliance with Great Britain. And then Germany actually invaded through Belgium to get to France. So Germany wanted to invade France through Belgium, and that's what they did. So when Germany declared war on Belgium and invaded Belgium, then Britain declared war on Germany. But here's the thing: Belgium had some ridiculous, like, at the start of World War I, Belgium had some ridiculous, like, World War I uniforms. They had like these really tall black hats. And that's what they wore. It was like the old days of like combat, where they would like go into line formation. So the Belgians had some really weird World War I uniforms. They changed them out pretty quickly. And then during World War II, Belgium tried to declare itself a neutral country again. But the same thing actually happened, where Germany actually invaded Belgium through to get to France during World War II. So Germany did the same tactic in World War II. That's at most what I know about Belgium's history. I know that Belgium also is the capital of the European Union, Brussels. I know that. So I know the European Union is there primarily, but I don't know that much else about Belgium. Oh, and also about Belgium is that Belgium, I know, is divided into 2 districts. It's like there's the French-speaking part of Belgium, and then there's the Dutch-speaking, I think Flanders, I think that's what it's called. There's the Dutch part, and then there's the French part. And I know there's been conflicts between the two, and I know that I think it was the Dutch part, I think, wants to break away. I think that's as much as I know about Belgium. I hope I answered your question there. I kind of got into it, but you know more than 99% of people in Belgium. GG. Well, thank you. Yes, I will do a Left 4 Dead playthrough. No, that is not Lester in Chinatown Wars. Asterius. Suppressors are used mostly for hiding muzzle flash. That's a good point. That's one thing I forgot about too. Yep, you're right on that. You missed me my super chat? Oh, I'm sorry, Savage. Let me look. The trophy for beating the times in Petrovich jobs. Oh. Well, I actually don't have my GTA 4 with me right now, but I could, when I return home in, like, a month, Brandon, when I return home in a month, I will do another GTA 4 stream, because I'm visiting my family right now, and we can play PS3. Just make sure you remind me. Just remind me in, like, a month. Just, you don't have to super chat me, but just, like, a month from now, come by on the stream, and just, like, tell me, like, hey, when do you want to play GTA 4? And then we can, like, we can figure out a day, and I can do a stream, and I can help you get the trophy, too. Do I know anything about Bulgaria? Yes, I do know a bit about Bulgaria. Thank you, Savage, for the super chat. About Bulgaria. Bulgaria used to be a larger country, but Bulgaria actually lost land in few different wars. So about Bulgaria, Bulgaria fought against the, had an alliance with Greece. Bulgaria entered into an alliance with Greece, and Serbia. I think it was Greece and Serbia. And they fought against the Ottoman Empire. And this was the first Balkan War. This was before World War I. In that conflict, all three powers, Serbia, Greece, and Bulgaria, had claimed they were trying to free Montenegro from Ottoman rule, which was still under Ottoman occupation at that time. The Ottomans still had a foothold in Europe at that time. And what happened was they destroyed the Ottomans. Like, the three countries, they absolutely beat the Ottomans. And then what they did was, instead of freeing Montenegro completely, what they did was Serbia, Bulgaria, and Greece, they divided up Montenegro between each other. Now, what ended up happening at that point is Bulgaria got pissed at Serbia because Bulgaria believed that they were entitled to a bigger share of the land, and they thought that Serbia got too much. And what Bulgaria did was it declared war on Serbia. And then a bunch of other countries backed up Serbia in the Second Balkan War, and Bulgaria lost that conflict. And when Bulgaria lost the Second Balkan War, they had a bunch of their land taken from them. So a bunch of their land was annexed as punishment. And then during World War I, Bulgaria actually sided with the Central Powers. They sided with Germany and the Austria-Hungary to get revenge on Serbia. And then in World War II, Bulgaria, I know, sided with the Axis. And then what ended up happening is, after World War II, Bulgaria became a communist country. So it became part of the Warsaw Pact, and there was a communist party in Bulgaria. And that was pretty much it about Bulgaria. My mother would always vacation in Bulgaria. That's where she went. So like when my mom grew up in communist Poland, and when you were living in communist Poland, you could only vacation to other communist countries. That was the only place that you could really go to, and that's always where my mom went to. She always went to communist Bulgaria for vacations. But I could ask my mom more about it. She would know. She visited Bulgaria a bunch of times. But I don't know much more than that. Love your history talks. Thank you. Did I get my history right, Savage? Do you think that Russia will invade the Baltics? I'm Latvian. No. No, the Russia is not going to invade the Baltics because the Baltics, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia are all members of NATO, and if they did that, all the NATO countries would have to jump in, and that would basically be World War III, and Russia would lose that conflict pretty quickly. So no, there's it's not going to happen. I wouldn't be panicked about it. Have you ever watched Vlogging Through History or Mr. Beat? They're both great YouTube channels, and I met Chris from Vlogging Through History at the Sillowa Battlefield site in Tennessee in 2023. Vlogging Through History, it sounds familiar. I've seen Mr. Beat before, but Vlogging Through History, it sounds familiar. I would have to look up the channel. A second, give me a moment here. Let me look up Vlogging Through History. I think I've seen this channel. Let me see here. Have I seen this channel before? Oh yeah, I've seen this channel before. He's a history teacher, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy before. He does like the history teacher reacts videos, right? Is that the guy? I think that's the I've seen his channel before, yeah. You've done your homework. Nice. Well, thank you. Hey, Pro, how are you doing? I'm doing good, Justin. How are you? Minecraft? No, it's not probably a game that I'm too much into. Twisted Metal games, yeah, I could do a playthrough of them. I can maybe do a playthrough when Twisted Metal Season 2 is coming out. That'd probably be the perfect time to do it. Do you still see bots on YouTube pretending to be you or other YouTubers doing fake giveaways? I haven't seen a bot pretending to be me in a long time, probably like a year. Pro, that land that Bulgaria was saying before the second Balkan Wars, Macedonia, right. Damn, I messed up. I was saying they were dividing up Montenegro. It wasn't Montenegro, it was Macedonia. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I messed that up. It was Macedonia. That was the land that they were taking, not Montenegro. I'm sorry, I just messed it up because I remembered that Montenegro is another country that's in the Balkans, and I messed it up. Montenegro is south of Serbia, where Macedonia is to the north. So that's that I messed up, yeah. It's good that you have subs, Pro. I'm not interested in Red Dead. That's fine, dude. Okay, hang on. There's a collectible right here. This is not a super chat, it's a super pat. Well, thank you, Zombfected Gaming. Patrick, I had the issue of working in retail post-college, education, and didn't find a job for at least 7 months. Also, what is the Libertarian Party? The Libertarian Party, there's a bunch of them. But basically, Libertarians believe in having a government as small as possible. They believe that Libertarians generally believe that the only purpose of government is to protect the border and to prevent, like, trading disputes. Pretty much it. So, like, trade with other countries and borders. That is pretty much what Libertarians believe is really the only purpose of government. So Libertarians want a small government as possible. Probably like 5 to 10% of the size that it is right now. Lower taxes, abolishing like income tax, abolishing property taxes. Libertarians focus on individual liberty the most, so they believe in the individual, what the individual can achieve. They do not believe in collectivism at all. The United States has had presidents in their history to have had libertarian leanings, but the United States has never had really a libertarian president. Maybe the closest thing to a libertarian president would probably be maybe George Washington, possibly, maybe also Thomas Jefferson. But other than that, there was very few presidents in American history that were libertarians. There is actually one president in the world that is a libertarian from a major country, and that's Javier Milei, the president of Argentina. He's a libertarian. Hey, what's up, Pro? You ever think that GTA 6 Rockstar will make a Red Dead Redemption 3 or Bully 2? What's more likely, catching up to the videos after finals? Love them. Thank you, Greatest Within. I'll be honest with you, Greatest Within, I would, instead of having Bully 2 or Red Dead Redemption 3, I'd rather have Manhunt 3 first. Because Manhunt would, if you take all of the Rockstar games, Manhunt would be the easiest game to develop. It would be the easiest game to make, compared to like Bully 2 or Red Dead Redemption 3. So if Rockstar put all their resources into making Manhunt 3, they could release Manhunt 3 within like 2 years. If Rockstar started working on it today, they could probably release Manhunt 3 within 2 years, if they really started working on it today. And so it's a pretty much linear game, so I think they could release that quickly. So I'd rather see Manhunt 3, and then after Manhunt 3, I guess we can focus on, you know, what games. Is it gonna be, you know, Red Dead Redemption 3 or Bully 2? Gilly Master was devastated by the trailer not being released. He even canceled plans with his girlfriend on the 27th to watch the new trailer. I actually saw Gilly Master's video. Gilly Master was being sarcastic. I'm pretty sure he wasn't being honest when he was saying that. He was just joking around. I know Gilly. Yeah, he jokes around. He messes around. Gilly's a friend of mine, so I'm pretty sure he wasn't being serious. Thank you, Ender, for the super chat. And thank you for sponsoring my channel. Thank you there, dude. How do I say your name again? It's how do I say your name again with the T? Taya? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to remember again. Can you just tell me how to say your name again? Let me see here. Toshia. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to remember everyone saying Toshia. I should remember it from now on. I really enjoyed your channel. Thank you. I can't believe those dumb kids gave you fake IDs. Yeah, thank you for the super chat, Vertigo. So what Vertigo is talking about there in the super chat is when I worked in retail, there was these kids that would come into the store like every single Saturday night, and they would come in with fake IDs. Constantly coming in with fake IDs, trying to buy beer over and over, and like buying multiple packs of beer over and over and over again. And it got annoying. It was like they would constantly get denied, told, you know, don't come back here, and they would just come back the next day. And a lot of these kids, I'll tell you, pretty dumb. That they would constantly get kicked out of the store, and they would come back like a week later and try to buy beers again with their fake IDs. It was really annoying. What do you think about Albania? I actually don't know much about Albania. I know about Albania's history a little bit. I know that Albania used to have a really psycho dictator, Enzo, I think his name was, and he was basically like Albania's version of Stalin, and he built like hundreds of bunkers around Albania because he thought that Albania was going to get invaded anytime. So he was a pretty crazy guy. Enver, that was the guy, yeah. Enver, not Enzo. What am I thinking? Enver. But yeah, he was a very crazy bad guy. I don't know what Albania is like today. I know it's not a dictatorship anymore. But let me start up a mission here. Actually, I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to my moonshine business. I'm gonna fast travel you guys back into the business. You're the reason why I have 400 million in GT Online. Thank you for your guides and the other amazing content you bless us with. Thank you, Ezekiel. Thanks, man.
This batch is perfect. We can ship it whenever. I have some ideas. Good. You have arrived. Bon. You are ready to drive, yes?
Would their trailer 2 be out if not for Clickbait? Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat.
We wish to make a good impression.
Clickbait really has no effect on when Rockstar's going to release the trailer. They're going to release the trailer whenever they want.
Simple, of course, but given their lack of culture, I have to admit.
What were the fake IDs like? Oh, the fake IDs that I saw in retail, it was the most common fake ID was Pennsylvania. I don't know why Pennsylvania was so fake. It was such a most of the time whenever I saw Pennsylvania ID, it was fake most of the time. I don't know why Pennsylvania had so many fakes. But Pennsylvania. I've seen New Jersey fakes, I've seen Delaware fakes, I've seen California fakes, too. You know, I'll tell you something, my annoying supervisor, like, I really didn't like him, the lazy supervisor. He ended up calling the cops on those kids that kept coming in with the fake IDs. And what happened was when the police actually came in, the police, when they stopped those kids, they actually took the cop took their fake IDs, and like he had some kind of like test scanner or whatever it was, and it passed his test, but the ID was fake. So the fake IDs were so good that it would pass like the cop's test. And the thing about this is, I know people are saying, you know, why are you making such a big deal out of it? If they have like, you know, if they have like fake IDs, but you still ask for it, it's not really your concern. Well, here's the thing. What people don't understand is that in American court of law, you need to prove both mens rea and actus reus generally in order to convict somebody of a crime. And actus reus is the guilty state act, and mens rea is the guilty state of mind. It's Latin terms. So you have to prove that somebody committed the crime, but they also had guilty intention, so they wanted to commit a crime. However, there is a very rare crime classification, and this very rare crime classification is called strict liability laws. Now, strict liability laws are basically, to sum it up, it's when you break the law without realizing it. So when you break the law but you don't realize you're breaking the law, that's what a strict liability crime is that you have pretty much committed the guilty act, but you don't have the guilty state of mind. So here's the thing is, it really depends on the store. But if you work in a store, right, and some stupid kid comes into the store and gives you like a fake ID, and you sell them alcohol, even though you checked the ID and the ID was fake, even if you didn't know that the ID was fake, and then the cop pulls that kid over and finds like all the beers in their car, and then the cop could come right back to the store and arrest you. That's what it is. That's what strict liability laws are. So even if the ID is fake and you ask for the ID and the ID is fake, you could get arrested for that. And I personally think that's stupid. I think it's ridiculous. But that's the law in a lot of places. And I will tell you, if I was like a lawyer for somebody, I would basically present like the judge two different like IDs, one real and one fake, and I would tell the judge to tell me which ID is fake and which isn't. Because like some of these IDs are so well done, the fakes, that like you can't tell. But I will tell you though that the easiest way to tell when the IDs are fake, the easiest way to tell if somebody has a fake ID is ask them what their address is. And the address on the fake IDs oftentimes is some ridiculous, like, you know, fake address. They don't even remember it. But sometimes they have practice. So sometimes they practice the fake address. If that happens, just ask them who their governor is. So if the fake IDs are almost always out-of-state IDs. Just ask them who their governor is. And it's like, you don't know who your governor is? It's like that. So that's the easiest way to tell when the IDs is fake. If you're not sure, is just ask them who their governor is. If you're and like they will not know. They'll not know who the governor is. Have you had any disputes with customers? You've never really talked about customers besides the fake IDs or late last-minute shoppers. Yeah, I've had interactions with customers. Have you seen my first video, the video I uploaded earlier this year, how retail hurt my mental health? In that one, I actually talked about a lot of customers. There was one customer who, she wanted me to go down to the basement to the stock room and get her, like, a bunch of Ensure packs. Like, you know, the protein drinks? And, like, these giant, like, packs, like the big box packs of Ensure, which, those are heavy. And what happened is, the belt that would go, the stock room was in the basement, so the belt that would go up was full. And there was, I would have to take everything off in order to send the stuff up, and I didn't want to make multiple trips. So what I did was I took, like, 3 or 4 of those, like, Ensure, like, you know, boxes, and then, like, I hugged them, and I went up the staircase. And it was so heavy, and I felt like I was going to fall off the staircase. But I went all the way up. I went all the way to the top, and I brought them over. I nearly killed my back. I was so exhausted, and I put them on the counter. And after I put them on the counter, the woman's like, oh, they're not on sale? I don't want them anymore. And I was like, oh, my God. I was like that. So that's how stupid customers are. And so she made me, you know, do all that back-breaking work, but then she didn't even want them anymore. And so I had to carry it back downstairs. But this time I didn't bring all of them down at once. I made separate trips. I'm not doing that again. So that's like some of the experiences that I've had with bad customers. Also, about the kids with the fake IDs. I thought the cops, the cops who dealt with the kids, I thought that those cops were incompetent. And the reason that I thought those cops were incompetent is those cops were, like, lazy to me. It didn't seem like they wanted to do any work. Because what happened was, when the cops caught the kids with the fake ID, what the cop did was he took the fake IDs from the kids, and he told them, don't do this again, guys. Like, that's what the cop did. But then do you know what happened? Those same kids came back a few weeks later, again with fake IDs. The exact same store where my manager called the police on them. Again. And then the cops ended up getting called again. And you know what happened? The cops just took their IDs and told them not to do it again. And so at that point, I don't think it was the same cops, but it was like, it's like at that point, I'm getting frustrated at that point. Because, look, I'm not saying that the police should arrest those kids. Don't put them in jail. No, that's wrong. But what the police should have done, what the police should have done is they should have just told the kids, I'm gonna call your parents. That's it. And that is the easiest way to put the fear of God in your kids, is to really just tell them that the cops are calling their parents. Because when parents find out that the police are calling them over something stupid their kids are gonna do, oh, they're gonna be in so much trouble. So kids are gonna be absolutely terrified of that. That's all the cops need to do. Don't arrest them. Don't do any of that. Just call the parents and just say, hey, you know, your kids are coming into stores with fake IDs in the middle of the night, trying to buy, you know, jugs of alcohol. Basically that. That's it. And that's basically how you end it. Or what the cops could do is the cops could just drive the kids home and just talk to their parents, and the kids are not gonna do it again. And those stupid kids, they had their IDs taken 2 times. 2 times? And then they came back a couple weeks later again to the same store. Again. That's how stupid these kids are. It's like you literally had the cops call on you twice. You had your fake IDs confiscated twice, and you still keep coming back to the store. Like, these kids have to be like a complete narcissist, complete arrogant, or stupid, or both, to like do the same thing again at the same place that basically just kicked you out and had your IDs you know, taken. But they came in earlier on a Saturday. And I usually work Saturday nights, but that day I was actually working Saturday earlier. And they saw me, and what happened was, I denied the ID, and then my supervisor actually came over, and she was making a big deal out of it, like, why are you, because one of my supervisors, she was so into her work, like, she would always rush with her work, and she was making a big deal out of it, like, why am I not, you know, taking the ID? You know, why, like, just do it, ring them up? And I said, I'm not ringing them up. And what I did was I walked away, and then she rang them up, and after she rang them up, she went over to me and started arguing with me. It's like, why wouldn't you just ring them up? Why would you not do that? You're wasting my time. And I would tell her, I was like, do you realize what you just did? And she's like, what? And I was like, you just sold alcohol to underage kids using a fake ID. That's what you just did. And you know what she said to me? She said to me, how can an ID be fake? An ID can't be fake. That's what she said to me. And I was like this. It was like, so it's like, that's like, people have been faking IDs for hundreds of years. So I can't believe that she said that to me. Like, how can somebody fake an ID? But that's one of the stupidest things I heard. And thank you, Claw, for that super chat. Pro, a scammer texted me. They clicked on my Grabify link, and they're in Cambodia. But they told me they're in New York. How can I make them look stupid now? Well, you could scare them. You could tell them that you're a hacker, and that you know their location, and you could tell them they're in Cambodia. And usually the Grabify link is going to tell you what city they're in. So you could, like, read off their city to them, and you could tell them what their internet provider is, and the scammer is oftentimes going to freak out. And what you could do is, you could tell the scammer, I'm a hacker, I know your location, and you have, like, a week to leave. Like, you could say something like that, and they won't know whether you're coming or not. It'll just scare the crap out of them. So, like, you could do something like that. But if you do something like that, they're probably going to immediately block you. So just be aware of that. That's what I've done before, is I've told scammers that, I know their location, and, like, that they have, like, a week. And, I don't know if they actually move or not, but if they did, it's going to waste a lot of their time. A week to leave? Yeah. What I've done before is I pretend that I'm some kind of federal police, and I basically tell them that I'm going to arrest them, and I tell them that they have a week to leave the location, or I'm going to arrest them. That's usually what I do. And then what they do is they panic. I don't know if I've actually gotten them to change locations, but if I did, I've cost them thousands of dollars by doing that. So just basically pretend that you're like some federal agent, and that you've hacked into them, and then just like tell them that they have like a week to leave, or you're going to arrest them. That's it. No, that's if you scare, like, if you tell the scammers to give back what they've given to the victims, they're gonna know at that point that you're just messing with them. So it's like you want to try to sound like a cop when you do something like that. It's not gonna work though. It's like the only way you can really save the money is if you contact the victim before they get scammed, or you actually hack directly into them, like what Scammer Payback does. Like Scammer Payback, he hacks directly into them. In a way, maybe Gunner. The thing about Sagawa is Sagawa puts on this friendly atmosphere, but then after a few minutes he shows his true face. I missed a super chat, I'm sorry. Let me look here. Wait, was it Ryan's super chat? I saw Ryan's super chat. Would trailer 2 be out if not for clickbait? Yeah, no, it's not gonna. I don't think the clickbait has anything to do with when the trailer's gonna be released. Rockstar gonna release a trailer whenever they want. I don't know. We'll have to see how good this story is. Damn, I cannot find this target. Can somebody help me find this target? I usually don't like following the things around. I just like riding around till I find them, but... Oh, did I finally find the guy? I think I did.
Hey, you turn around and... You deaf? Get the hell away from here! Oh, you don't... Gonna bury you! Christ almighty!
Hey, Merry Christmas, dude.
No good, cocksucker!
Whoa, whoa.
The hell?
Does it get dark around 4:30 in Midwest? Same in New York, too, yeah.
Oh, hellfire.
Man, look at this snowstorm right now.
No. Unbind me now, I mean it.
There we go.
If their neck breaks when you drop them in the cell, it still counts as alive. Payments here.
I honestly hope they finally get rid of daylight savings time because the thing about daylight savings time is it's something that pretty much everyone agrees. Doesn't matter your politics, that it should just, like, everyone just get rid of it just once and for all. Keep the time, either keep the time the way it is now or like when the clock gets set like an hour back, like, you know, in March. Keep it that way. Like, stop changing it because it's getting really annoying. Maybe, in a way, Billy Gray a little like Dutch. But Billy Gray was always selfish. At least Dutch had something he believed in, I would say. Of what, Luca? Does the heart button do anything for the stream? No, I will just heart the comment. That's, I love it. That's, do you think Sweet's a terrible eater? Kind of. Let me go to Moonshine Shack. No, Ryan, I said that GTA 6 is, GTA, would GTA 6 be out by now if not for GTA Online? Oh, you made a second one. I'm sorry. You were talking about the clickbait earlier, and I guess I misread it. I think that I think you might have a point there. I think that GTA Online I think did have an influence on GTA 6 being delayed so long. Would GTA 6 be out if GTA Online never got so popular? Maybe. I guess we don't know, but it definitely had an effect. It definitely had some kind of effect. We just don't know the extent of it. I guess, but they already made plenty of money at Turnus from just GTA 5 alone. Do I know about Portugal's history? I know that Portugal had a colonial empire in South America. They colonized Brazil. I know that Portugal also colonized Portugal was one of the first European countries that started having interactions with Japan also. But the Japanese did not like dealing with the Portuguese, and the reason for that was because the Portuguese would constantly try to push religion on them. Like it's the Portuguese were constantly trying to bring Catholicism everywhere in their colonies, and they were a lot more aggressive with it than other empires. Like a lot of other empires, their primary ambition was just to colonize the area and drain the resources, steal the resources. But Portugal's empire, they were there to steal the resources, but they also were there to force Catholicism on everyone. So they were a lot more aggressive with their religious expansion. But Brazil also got independence from Portugal and became a monarchy. Portugal also took over a part of India. I know they took the Goa region, if I'm getting that correct. They took that over. India actually invaded that region and annexed it, and then Portugal tried to complain to the United Nations, but the United Nations did nothing about it. And then Portugal also, I think Portugal's final colonies were in Angola, the African country that was in a civil war, and then Portugal got kicked out, and then there was a civil war in that region. Also, about modern-day Portugal, I know that Portugal is a member of the European Union, and I know that Portugal, Portugal also does not arrest people for drug possession. That's what I know about that. Now, a lot of people actually get that wrong, because, like, for example, does anybody, cocaine is legal in Portugal? No, it's not. No, it's not. That's misinformation. Here's what it is, people, there's a city in America called Portland, and Portland passed one of the stupidest laws in America, where it decriminalized all drugs. And that's one of the stupidest laws ever. And then when Portland did that, there was like so much drug addiction everywhere. Like Portland was just filled with drug addicts. Now about the country of Portugal, though, people compare Portland to Portugal, but Portland and Portugal's policies are completely different. The difference is that what Portugal did was they decriminalized drug possession. So, for example, is if you have cocaine in Portugal, if a cop catches you with cocaine in Portugal, what the police are going to do in Portugal is they're going to confiscate that cocaine from you, and they're going to destroy it. And what they will do is they will force you to go to rehab. So they'll tell you got to go to rehab. But they're not going to arrest you for having cocaine. Now, somebody can get arrested for cocaine, but when they get arrested for cocaine in Portugal, they're going to get arrested for intent to distribute, which means that they're intending to sell it. So if they get caught like a massive amount, and it's proof that they're intending to sell that, they're going to get arrested. So no, drug dealers are not legal in Portugal. Drug dealers get arrested in Portugal. The difference is that in Portugal, people don't... in Portugal, the government does not arrest you for drug possession. They instead force you to go to rehab. The difference between Portugal and Portland is that in Portland, if the police caught somebody smoking meth in the middle of the sidewalk in Portland, what the police would do is the police would go up to them and they would give them like a piece of paper and they'd be like, here's a drug hotline, call this, and they would walk away. That's like the stupidest thing ever. That's what the policies was in Portland. Nobody called the drug hotline. Nobody did. So that's what I'll say about it. That's so Portugal. I think that Portugal does have its drug policies right, but Portland messed it up. So Portugal still arrests drug dealers. What it just doesn't do is it doesn't arrest people for being addicted to drugs. So if you have drugs on you, the government's going to take it away from you, but they're not going to, you know, throw you in prison for using drugs. I don't know. We'll have to see how Mind's Eye does. Did I answer your question on Portugal, though? Who was it that even asked me about Portugal? I didn't even read the name. Who was it that asked me about it? She'll be right, mate. Also, you won an award from Cyberboy for most charitable creator. Thank you. Where did Cyberboy say that? I'll probably take I'll take a look at that a little bit later. Thank you, Blood Reina Comb. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Damn, free aim. I miss every shot. Do you know what the earthquake in Portugal? Yes, the Lisbon earthquake. Thousands of people died in that. It's one of the worst earthquakes that's ever hit Europe. And about the Lisbon earthquake, it's also in Assassin's Creed Rogue. Yeah, okay, trying to get better here with free aim. But yeah, Cyberboy is a good guy. I know he's generally a new content creator, but he's done pretty well this year, so I wish him all the best. But you say he called me the most charitable content creator. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, where was it though, Blood Reina? I lived in LA and Los Santos is so accurate to the real-life counterpart. When will you go to Los Angeles to explore places featured in GTA 5? Oh, probably sometime in the future. I don't plan on anything right now. One of my friends lives in Florida, and I'd probably want to go visit Florida next year. To maybe take some videos of some of the locations in GTA 6. Thank you, Jitter Doomer. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, I guess I'll settle down one of
You did what, Phoenix? Have I been to Florida in 2013? Last time I was at Florida. Oh, when did he post it, Blood Reina? I'll come by it and I'll take a look at it a little bit later. Hey there, Pro. Thank you, Tricky Mario. Do you know India is a subcontinent? It has more ethnicities, more languages, and more population than Europe. Also, every state of India has its own official language. I know that, yeah. There's a lot of different groups in India, a lot of different languages. India has over 1 billion people in it. There's a lot of people in India, a lot of different groups. It must be very hard to govern a country with that many people in it. I don't know if you also heard about it, but Indian YouTube is also banning clickbait. I don't know if you heard about that. Thank you for being a channel member, Savage. About the, my PS3 controller, oh, I'll take a look at it then, Blood Reina. My PS3 controller has finally died on me for using it too much. I've used it throughout my school days, back since Modern Warfare 2, 2009, the good old days of trash talking. I linked my PS4 controller and it works. I know you can also play with a PS5 controller on PS3. You just plug it. You have to plug it in, but it works. I'm not sure on that, Consigliere. Just wait until there's probably 4 minutes and we'll deliver the target. I wish the dislike bar would come back on YouTube. Yeah, I wish it would.
There's a mighty fine ride. Oh, land sakes. Oh, you gonna see me again? Holy hell.
I'll do it at 4 minutes, Tar. Are you concerned that GTA 6 might have its humor nerfed? I really do not want to see it suffer the same fate as other woke media. Like I said before, GTA 6 is probably not going to be as dark as GTA 4, but it's not going to be, it's not going to be politically correct. It's not going to happen. What GTA gang was the most feared? The most feared GTA gang? Maybe the Leones with their shotguns. The most feared GTA gang. In the 3D universe? In the 3D universe, probably the Leones. Not because of the shotguns, but because they're the most powerful mafia in the US. The most feared gang in GTA 4. The Russian Mafia. Yeah, I would say the Russian Mafia. In the HD universe, the Russian Mafia. Because when you think about it, the Russian Mafia, none of the gangs in GTA 5 come close to the Russian Mafia. Like the Russian Mafia in GTA 4 is terrifying. So none of the gangs in GTA 5 even come close to them.
Oh, you gonna see me again?
That I'm not sure, Gunner. Was this like removed for political reasons? Well, apparently the dislike bar was removed because YouTube was scared about people having their feelings hurt, but I...
Is this for me? The cells are downstairs. This here is your end of a good deal.
There we go. Collectible in here. Upstairs in the chest.
Come on now, get moving, will you? Come on.
Wasn't it because people kept disliking videos from big companies? That's, I guess, maybe one of the reasons, but... Hello, Anurag. How many languages can you speak? Two. English and Polish. I've been learning Spanish, though I've been slacking. I haven't studied in like a week. The Caribbean island? Wasn't that the communist country that still had the Queen as their monarch, the British Queen as their monarchy? Gunner? There's a collectible here somewhere.
So I heard that last thing you did for me went pretty smooth.
You don't speak Russian or German? No. My father, he speaks Russian, not me.
I tell you, those Skinner brothers, they really got my hackles up. Messing in my valley. Mama don't play second fiddle. I play first fiddle. And that fiddle is a shotgun. They need to be taught a goddamn lesson. You hear me? They're camped down in Blackbone Forest. You go there and take out their supplies. Take my word. I'll pay
Yeah, that's you,
well.
Consigliere. I know that.
Hey.
Oh, well, I don't know, then, okay, my bad, then Consigliere, cool stream. Thank you, dude. Oh, what's your question, zombie? Yeah, nothing happened on the 27th. I'll leave one of the crates. Damn, I can't imagine what that 12 gauge does to a horse. Okay. Okay, leave the other one for a little bit. Oh, let me look, zombie. Okay, destroy these supplies here in a moment. Let me see, do I know something about the Yugoslavian Wars? I know about, they basically broke, after Tito died, there was all these nationalist movements that started popping up and eventually went into a full-scale war. All these different sides claiming parts of their of other countries were theirs. I haven't heard about that story, zombie. Okay, wait a little bit here. Thoughts on Nicaragua's dictatorship? You're talking about Daniel Ortega, who's the dictator of Nicaragua. Yeah, Nicaragua is not a democratic country. It is the most authoritarian country in Central America. I'll see you, Master Punk. Take care, man. Okay, when it gets under 8 minutes, I will destroy the crate. CJ World? Man, who's that? A content creator? He made content criticizing the current government. What, India? What, are you not allowed to criticize the government in India? Are you Polish or Jewish? What do I know about Herter Iska? Who's Herter Iska? But I'm of Polish background, but what is it? In my family there is so many different religions in my family. My aunt who married my my aunt who married my uncle. She was Jewish, but she's an atheist, so she doesn't believe in any religion right now. My father's family is mostly Muslims. They are Tatars, which are Central Asian people that immigrated to Poland hundreds of years ago. My mother's family is mostly Catholic. Oh, I don't get involved in the drama, Joshua. I just stay out of it. The U.S. treated Nicaragua as nothing more than a pawn in its imperialist game. Same goes for other Latin American countries. But, what you're saying right there, Top Boy, Smooth, what you're saying is true. Is the U.S. intervened in a lot of Central American countries, but my question is, why are you not bringing up the Soviet Union also? Because the Soviet Union did the same thing. The Soviet Union treated a lot of Latin American countries like their colonies as well. I mean, if you look at the Sandinistas, which are the socialist communist political party in Nicaragua, they're basically a front pushed by the Soviets. They were funded by the Soviets, they were trained by the Soviets, they were basically puppets of the Soviets. And if you look at Guatemala, for example, the Soviets supported communist rebels in Guatemala. The Soviets also supported the communists in El Salvador as well. So, did the U.S. do bad things in Latin America, Central America? Definitely. Did the U.S. intervene in a lot of countries? That's true, but people never bring up the Soviet intervention. I don't know why. Like, people just only point to the American intervention, and they act like the Soviet intervention is not imperialist at all. They act like the Soviets were doing the right thing, but only the Americans were imperialist. So that's what I'll say about it, is that the Soviets were very imperialist in Central America as well. The Soviets were directly involved in the El Salvadorian Civil War. Okay, go here. Oh, I don't get involved in politics, Ryan. I stay out of that. Thank you for the super chat. I'm not going to speak on that because it's going to get extremely political. And if you look at a country like Nicaragua, for example, the Sandinistas, keep pronouncing their name incorrectly, they ended up winning the Civil War. And what happened in Nicaragua as a result? Nicaragua became a socialist dictatorship, which it pretty much is to this day. The Sandistas, they rigged the elections. And Daniel Ortega is is a dictator. Daniel Ortega even had his own brother arrested for criticizing him. So you can look it up. Daniel Ortega's brother was arrested. I think he actually died later on, too. Oh yeah, I've heard people complaining about no trailer today. Like, and the thing I will say about this is, when I see comments of people saying that they're disappointed and they're like crushed that there was no GTA 6 trailer today, my question is, why were you expecting a GTA 6 trailer in the first place? Do you think we'll get another DLC for GTA Online? A lot of people are saying that no, that one that came out is the last one. No, the summer one will be the last one, Leia. Thank you for the super chat. But yeah, listen, I'm not here to make excuses for like American interventionism. I'm a pretty strict non-interventionist. I don't believe in getting involved in other countries' affairs. The only thing I will say about it is that when the Soviet Union got involved in a lot of other countries' affairs, invaded other countries, engaged in coups in other countries, they're not called imperialist. Only America was called imperialist for that. So that's basically what I'll say, is that the Soviet Union was just as aggressive as America was during the Cold War in intervening in a lot of countries. There's a lot of coups that happened because of the Soviet Union, and a lot of interventions happened because of the Soviet Union as well. No, GTA 6 is not, GTA 6 is not gonna get delayed to 2026. It's coming out in 2025. Yeah, and look, look, here's the point that I'm gonna bring up on this, is that is America a perfect country? No. America has done bad things in its history. America has done bad things. It's invaded other countries. It's destabilized other countries. You know, we've done bad things. But if you compare America to like the Soviet Union, like for example, and you take like all the horrible things that America has done, and you take a look at all the horrible things that the Soviet Union has done, the Soviet Union has done way worse than America. Again, I'm not here to justify any, you know, stupid not intervention or some bad things that America or the CIA has done. If I was the president, I personally would abolish the CIA. But the point that I'm getting at is that the Soviet Union has done so much worse than America, so much more worse things. But yet they don't get as much hate as America does. America gets way more hate.
You can't be back there. Move! You ain't supposed to be here. Get lost. You don't belong there. Out! Hey! Ah! Go to hell!
Soviet Union is much less imperialist than Americans. Do you know that the Soviet Union invaded almost every single country at borders? Do you know that? If you look at Soviet history, virtually almost every single country the Soviet Union has bordered, it has invaded. I mean, like literally, if I was to list you every single country the Soviet Union invaded, Poland, Ukraine, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Finland, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, Afghanistan, Korea, it's literally Georgia, how could I forget Georgia too? They invaded Georgia as well. Romania, yep. China, China, yes, kind of, but they were fighting Japan at the time.
You're done.
Okay, here we go. Shoot his horse, yep.
You want it? It's all here.
I'm not negative. What are you talking about,
When it's
dude?
my turn, you're gonna win.
Soviets didn't want to leave Iran after World War II. That I didn't know. So I guess you learned something also.
Empty-headed bastard! Oh, think about what you're doing. When I get loose, I'm gonna wring your neck. Jesus Christ! Sucking piss ant!
There we go. I'm talking to a dude with that name because he was calling you a narcissist. Oh, I'm not a narcissist. I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong. When I make a mistake, I'm gonna admit it. But look, I will tell you something here. Do you know what communist countries did better than America did? Do you know the one thing they did better than America, and it's not a good thing? Propaganda. Communist countries were masters of propaganda. Absolute masters of it. Like, communist countries could spin propaganda where they are attacking somebody, and they will act like they are the victim. That is what a lot of communist countries have done. Like, for example, when the Soviet Union invaded Finland, do you know what they did? They literally printed propaganda posters blaming Finland for the Winter War, and they said that Finland was being imperialist towards the Soviet Union. So the Finns were imperialists when the Soviets were the ones who invaded them and tried to conquer them. So literally, it's like, they literally would take any kind of, anything and flip the situation. And do you know one of the places that got screwed really badly by the Soviets was the Baltics. The Baltic countries. We're talking like Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia. Now, Finland was a neutral country before World War II. Finland did not want to get involved in any affairs, and what happened was the Soviets wanted to build a military base inside Finland. And they were telling Finland, you know, we'll pay you for it, we'll lease out the area and stuff like that. And the Finns did not want the Soviets in their backyard. They didn't want them to build military bases. They were a neutral country. They did not want that. And they were scared that if they built this, that the Soviets built this military base in Finland, that they could interfere in Finnish politics, or worse, even conquer the country from inside. So the Finns basically told the Soviets, no, you know, we don't want this military base in. Stalin got extremely aggressive, got pissed off when Finland refused that. And then what happened is Stalin bombed his own border post. So he had Soviet artillery bomb his own border post, and then he blamed the Finns, saying that the Finns opened fire on the Soviets. Yeah, of course, the Finns are gonna bomb the biggest country on the planet. Yeah, that's Finland, a country with like 4 to 5 million people, is gonna bomb a country that has like, you know, over 200 million people, with the strongest and biggest country in the entire world. Yeah, Finland is gonna so attack them. But basically, that's what the Soviet propaganda said, that the Finns had bombed them. They didn't. And then Stalin basically used that as an excuse to invade Finland. And when Stalin invaded Finland, it was a disaster. Absolute disaster. The Soviets wore green in winter time. So they wore green when they were invading a country that was just completely covered in snow. And the Finns had inflicted such heavy casualties on the Soviets that they destroyed thousands of Soviet tanks, shot down hundreds of Soviet planes, and it was like over 1 million losses the Soviets had in that campaign. But despite that, the Finns couldn't keep fighting, because the Finns are going to run out of people eventually. And so the Finns negotiated a treaty with the Soviets, and the Soviets basically annexed a part of their land after the war. Now, what happened is, a few months after that, Stalin went to Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, the 3 small Baltic countries, and he told them, let us build military bases in your country, we'll pay you for it, we'll lease it out, and if you refuse, the same thing that happened to Finland is going to happen to you. And so the Baltic countries were scared that they were going to get attacked like Finland did, and they agreed. They signed a treaty with the Soviet Union, and the treaty was the Soviets are going to build military bases in their country. You know what Stalin did? Stalin invaded Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia from those military bases from inside the country, and just conquered them and annexed all 3 of them. And when he annexed those countries, he claimed he was protecting them from capitalist imperialism. That's what it was. So apparently it was not imperialism what the Soviets were doing. They were just protecting them from imperialism. And that's what I'll say about the Soviets, is that the Soviets throughout history, they would one thing the Soviets would do is the Soviets would accuse every single person they don't like of being imperialist, like everybody. So and anybody that the Soviets did not like, they would accuse of being imperialist. And you have to be a real scumbag to accuse a country that you invaded of being imperialist against you when you're literally the one who are being imperialist. There's this naive thought that communists have. A lot of communists think that communist countries can't be imperialist. Like, I don't know where that reasoning comes from. They think that just because a country's communist that they cannot be imperialist, they cannot attack other countries, but that's pretty much what the Soviets did.
You foolish bastard.
Who am I calling stupid? I don't understand. The West engaged in propaganda, sure. There's no doubt about that. But it was nothing compared to the Soviet propaganda. The Soviet propaganda was so strong.
You will pay for this?
Pro, you sound so defensive. No, it's I guess it's because you know, my people's country Poland had been invaded by the Soviets, and the thing is that the Soviets, after they invaded Poland, they had the nerve of telling Polish people that they're protecting them. So like they would invade Poland, conquer Poland, and then they would tell the Polish we're protecting you. So literally that's and then what they would do is they would call everybody else imperialist. So like they were literally, Stalin was on invading and conquering countries, and then he would call everybody else imperialist, and that honestly that just pisses me off. You're American, it's not your people. Well, I'm American, sure, but my ancestors come from Polish. My ethnicity is Polish American, so it's so yeah, I can say that Poland is my people because that's where my ancestors come from. That's where my family is from.
Put him in the cell. Whatever it said on the poster, it's all right there for you.
Oh, the only European country that was worse than the Soviet Union was Germany. Germany was the only country that was worse than them. They were more evil than the Soviets were. But that doesn't mean that the Soviets were good guys. Soviets did some horrible things. Like the most evil country in Europe was Germany during World War II, but number 2 was the Soviets. If I'm free, you down to run back to Uno on New Year's Eve, but we need to do it earlier so I can voice chat. And I'll make sure only who's playing is in the party. I sent text about it. Okay, Blinded Eagle, probably do something like that. How old are you? I'm 30. What's your question, Orion? Pro, do you know that the swastika existed for thousands of years? Yes, that's true. And in India, the swastika is actually seen as I think it's a symbol of good luck and peace. But the Nazis actually took a symbol that was used for hundreds of years for peaceful reasons, and they took the symbol and they twisted it. So when I was a kid and I saw like Indians with swastikas, I was generally confused by that. I didn't understand it. But then later on when I became older and I started reading the history, I understood that Indians were using the swastika for hundreds of years. It was the Germans who basically took the swastika and they, turned it into something evil. So the swastika symbol that's in India, it's different than the Nazi symbol. It's not the same symbol. It looks similar, but it's not the same symbol. The Indian symbol means like peace and like it's peace and good luck. I think that's what it is. But the Nazi symbol is the Nazi symbol, the evil symbol they used to conquer, and they tried to enslave Europe. The swastika means good luck in Hindi. Yeah, so it's a different symbol in India, but the Nazis took and they used it for evil purposes.
Ain't worth the
Orion, what's your question now? You were asking me a question. What's your question, Diavolo? Divolo? See if I can play a little poker here. Tony's biggest mistake is boss in the Sopranos. A lot of dumb things he did. Maybe the worst thing that one of the dumbest things that Tony did is ruining his relationship with Hesh, which Hesh was like extremely loyal to him. Hesh never did anything bad to him, and Tony took like a very friendly relationship that he also used to make a lot of money and just absolutely ruined it. Is Karain supposed to be North Korea? No, Karain in the Ace Attorney games, Karain is more like Chinese-occupied Tibet. That's what it is. So it's a brutal dictatorship, but it's mostly based on Tibet. You wanted to share what, Phoenix? Yeah, Tony ruined his relationship with Bobby as well, yes. What's your question, Orion? You were asking me something earlier? Why is my voice so high-pitched for somebody who is 30 years old? Honest question. My voice is just my voice. There's nothing I can do about that. It is what my voice is. I hope you don't find my voice annoying, but it is just what it is. It's... Was it possible for Japan to win World War II? Yes, if they never attacked America. Japan could have won in their Asian conquests if they never attacked America. So it's possible, yes. No, I didn't know that, Gunner.
I've been in tougher places than this, let me tell you.
No doubt you.
Oh, what am I doing here right now? I'm supposed to play poker right now. I'm going crazy. Nothing happened for GTA 6 today. Nothing. And I don't think nothing is going to happen the rest of the night.
How you doing, friend? You sure look.
No, I don't, Diavolo.
How you feeling?
I would probably play as Mr. Grimm in Twisted Metal. The Russo-Japanese War didn't last a week. It lasted a year. Yeah, Ace Combat, I've played them. They're fun games. I do like the fictional world they have in them. Did I hear about the TikToker who poisoned food? Yes, Ryan, I know exactly who you're talking about. He's an idiot. There's an idiot who went into Walmart and he sprayed bug spray on all the produce. Yeah. Oh, I got a pear here, okay. Did you guys hear about the woman who stabbed a woman 14 times because she gave her a $2 tip for pizza? So there was this woman who was delivering pizza, and the woman gave her, like, who she delivered to gave her, like, a $2 tip, and she got so angry she stabbed her 14 times. He came back to her house later and stabbed her 14 times. It was in Florida. Great. He won there. Yeah, I'll play all the Yakuza games, but I think I'm going to take a break from Yakuza after I beat Yakuza 0, because I got a lot of other playthroughs to do in January. The world needs more honest people like you. Thank you. Thank you, Goddester. Thank you, man. Did she survive the attack? Yes, she did. And she was also pregnant. I hope that woman gets life in prison for that. Oh, that's definitely going to be attempted murder charges. Oh, but you're talking about the bug spray guy, Blinded Eagle. No, it's not going to be attempted murder. I think they're going to charge him with vandalism and also with, like, attempting of, like, mass poisoning, too. May Ryan. Yeah. But the thing is, though, is, guys, if I make a video about the bug spray guy, or if I make a video about the TikTok of the crazy woman who stabbed 14 times over, like, a $2 tip, if I make, like, videos about that, they're both gonna get instantly demonetized. That's how it happens usually when I cover those stories. Okay, Rose, another pizza delivery challenge at GT Online. I could probably do that. Yeah, probably, yeah. Well, I'm going to do a video tomorrow talking about the GTA 6 27 theory, which will probably be a crazy current event story, and... I don't know what was wrong with her, Luca, why she freaked out over that. Naughty Dog's new IP, what is it? GTA 6 Trailer 2 is actually February 7th. Oh, no, don't tell me people are doing that now. Okay, this will be my last hand here. Hopefully I get something good. No, the government was directly involved in that void. king and 10. Oh. Yes! I got it. No, she, well, she realized she was pregnant at that point, science, when she got attacked, but... It's February 7th. Is that, guys, are you trolling with me, or is that something that people actually believe? Is that what people are saying now, February 7th? Is that, like, a real thing? What should be the punishment for the TikToker? Permanent ban from Walmart and several years in prison. I don't know exactly, but it should be several years in prison for something like that. And the thing about that TikToker is a menace. If you look at his other videos, he's like constantly harassing people or throwing stuff at them. He had over 300,000 followers, which I don't even know why 300,000 people would watch an idiot like that, but... Who's more delusional, QAnons or GTA 6? The conspiracy theories are just going too far, Rue. Thank you for the super chat. Is that something, guys? Are you trolling with me, or is that something that people actually believe? Is that what people are saying now? February 7th, is that like the new thing now for the GTA 6 trailer, February 7th? Yeah, the TikToker that was, like, uploading his videos, he was like a menace. He was, like, constantly harassing people, like, throwing stuff at them. Bro got that Hall of Fame Menace to Society patch. Thank you, Blinded Eagle. But I guess I will be going here, guys. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm kind of hungry. Tomorrow, guys, check out my channel, because tomorrow I'll have some fun videos for you guys. So, who are you?
Now this wouldn't work no scrape.
I don't know who this person is here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, check out my channel tomorrow, because I will have some interesting videos. Tomorrow I'll have a video talk with the GTA 6, like the 27 theory, and then I will have a, video also about zombies in, World at War, and I'll have a video on, Yakuza also, so zombies, and so 3 videos we'll have tomorrow, so a lot of interesting content on the channel tomorrow. So come by, guys. And then Sunday we'll do a GTA stream. Sunday we'll probably do a pizza delivery stream. That's probably what we'll do. Mess around with that. But yeah, a lot of people don't know this. You can actually strangle players in Red Dead Online. If you want to, in order to strangle somebody, you actually have to press triangle when you're right next to them. And yeah, hang on, crap. So you press triangle when you're right next to them, and then you just tap circle, and you can actually strangle people. People don't know you can do this, so this is how you strangle people in the game. Yeah, that. Like, I mean, come on, dude. Seriously, I don't... I think he's... Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that, but it is. But I guess we'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like, please. If you guys enjoyed the stream, it does help my channel out a lot. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend. See you guys.